If you found this video or if it was recommended to you, you're probably interested in buying multifamily. And you might even be considering Bryan and College Station, Texas, which is a great place to invest. But not every single multifamily neighborhood is the same. So we're going to go through my top 5 neighborhoods for buying duplexes and fourplexes here in Aggieland. As an added bonus, I'm going to tell you a street that is currently selling duplexes that I believe is one of the best student rental and or Airbnb opportunities in Bryan and College Station right now, fall of 2025. So if you're into that kind of thing, stay tuned to the end of the video. That is going to be worth the watch. If you don't know who I am, my name is Greg Schwartz. I'm a Marine Corps helicopter pilot turned real estate investor. Over the last 5 years, I've been growing my own portfolio of multifamily here in town. Along the way, I also got my real estate license, and I have helped clients buy hundreds of units right here in Aggieland, so I know a thing or two about duplexes and fourplexes, and I'm telling you right now, I would invest in any of these top 5 neighborhoods, and I think you should consider them too. Now, this is in no particular order, but I am going to start off with my favorite, because I absolutely love this neighborhood. Its location is phenomenal, and you know that because it's next to an H-E-B. If you're not familiar with Texas, H-E-B is the GOAT of grocery stores in the state of Texas. And if you can live close to one, you're probably in a pretty solid location. In this case, we're talking about Steeplechase. The Steeplechase neighborhood is literally walkable. It has a walking path to the H-E-B. But there's more. There's a dog park, a playground, a basketball court, all within the neighborhood. It's a city park, so you don't have HOA dues going to maintain it. Your property taxes cover it. You can walk to an A&M bus stop. You're across the street from the barracks neighborhoods. If you don't know what the barracks neighborhoods are, I have a whole video on it, but it's a neighborhood designed for students. So you know you're in a student-friendly area, and of course, you can hop on Wellborn and shoot right at the Kyle Field. I also love the fact that there's a Chick-fil-A right nearby. We're going to bring that up again. I like investing near Chick-fil-A's. So, Steeplechase is a really, really good location. And location is everything. But there's more. Within Steeplechase, you have late 80s built 2-bedroom, 2-bath duplexes, all the way up to 2000 built 3-bedroom, 3-bath options. So there's a pretty good spread. If your budget's a little bit tighter, maybe you're in the low 300K range, we can usually find you something. If you're looking for the 3-bed, 3-bath turnkey option, you're probably going to be paying closer to $4 to $420. But again, that's doable. And you're in a high demand area. You're not going to worry about filling it with renters. You're close to campus, so it also makes an excellent Airbnb, whether it's midterm or short term. No matter what you're trying to do the midterm, do the short term, you're going to love it. Steeplechase is one of my go-to neighborhoods. So let's talk about my next neighborhood. Right next to Steeplechase. Go figure, great location, right? Just to the east of Steeplechase is Southwood Valley. So Southwood Valley is a little bit older. We're talking about 80s built multifamily, which, by the way, there's an abundance of. If you look at duplexes or fourplexes in town, you're going to see a lot of 80s built assets, and most of them are probably in Southwood Valley, which is why I love it. There's a lot of really good options, whether you're looking for that fourplex, which is probably going to be your best cash flowing machine, or pro tip, turn that fourplex into an Airbnb and now it's a cash flowing hotel. Did that, love it. But Southwood Valley provides all of those opportunities. The difference between Southwood Valley and Steeplechase is you're a little bit further from the students. There's a little bit less student renters as we push further to the east. You still are relatively close to a bus stop, and your assets are a little bit older. So rather than late 80s to 2000s, you're talking about late 70s to early 80s. The older assets, of course, come with more maintenance, or you might have to go in with a rehab budget to update a kitchen, bathrooms, flooring, that kind of thing. And most of what you're going to find are going to be 2-bedroom, 2-bath units, whether it's in a fourplex or a duplex. Duplexes are selling now between $250 and $300, but they're quickly crossing that $300 mark. And your fourplexes usually sell between about $400 and $500, and sometimes you'll see them listed north of that, but I wouldn't pay that much for a fourplex in Southwood Valley. That being said, Southwood Valley, excellent opportunity, probably your best for value add and cash flow. For my number nerds out there, the folks that are near and dear to my heart, you're gonna realize that I have skipped out on a lot of the details about pricing and rent rates and all the fun stuff. But don't worry, I've got a PDF for you in the description below. Click the link and I will send you a PDF breakdown of the 2025 prices and rent rates that we're seeing in each one of these neighborhoods, so you can do your little nerdy analysis and figure out which neighborhood's the best fit for you. Didn't forget you, just didn't want to bore everybody with our nerdy numbers, all right? So I got you taken care of. Go to the description below, click the link, I'll send you the PDF. As we make our way south in College Station, leaving both Steeplechase and Southwood Valley, along Wellborn Road, we find ourselves in Edelweiss Gardens. It's right where Wellborn and William D. Fitch split. This neighborhood is both single family and multifamily, but of course we're focused on the multifamily. So in that portion of the neighborhood, you're gonna find early 2000s built, 3-bedroom, 3-bath duplexes. There are a few that are 2-2 and 4-4, so 2-2 on one side, 4-bedroom, 4-bath on the other side, but the majority are gonna be 3-3s, selling somewhere between about $390 and about $420. Kind of depends on whether or not you've got to do a large cosmetic update. Floors, paints, maybe countertops, some appliances. That will usually be a house that sells or a duplex that sells in the $390-ish range. But these days, if it's turnkey, they're going to ask well over $400, so $410, $420 kind of a price point. These continue to appreciate, so just a year ago, I would have said prices that were about $10,000 to $20,000 cheaper. They're in high demand because they are in College Station ISD, so you have both demand from the students because easy access to Wellborn, we're right back on campus, but also thanks to the school district, we do see a high demand of non-student renters. I wouldn't consider it a student neighborhood, but because we have 75,000 Aggies right here in town, you can't ever really get away from student renters. But if you're looking to be in a less populated student area, this would be a good one to check out. And again, it's mostly a turnkey opportunity. And I believe it's a high demand rental. Also a good opportunity for those folks looking at Airbnbs. Let's shift gears a little bit. Let's take our journey back into Bryan, into the Hollows for our fourth-ish neighborhood. Our next neighborhood is Rock Hollow. So Rock Hollow is its own neighborhood, but adjacent to it are two other streets I want you to keep in mind, and that is Hidden Hollow and Webb Hollow. So what I try to remember is the hollows in Bryan generally have duplexes, but Rock Hollow is its own little neighborhood, and I really like it for that aspect. Over here, we're a little bit older, so you're probably looking at 1990 built duplexes. These are going to be 3-bedroom, 2-bath per side for the most part, and they sell about 10% less than the sister neighborhood down there in Edelweiss Gardens. So we're looking at stuff in the mid to high 300K range. It is a good opportunity, generally relatively turnkey. And I say that because as we get to older assets that have been tenant occupied, they potentially have some deferred maintenance. So I've been down there where we've had to replace roofs, look at doing some pretty serious kitchen upgrades, flooring, all that kind of stuff. So you could easily spend $20,000 per unit and have to put a roof on. So that's why I say there's a little bit more value add, a little bit more renovation to be done. But the location is great because you're right off 2818. So that means that you have easy access down to campus, particularly for those folks that are gonna be on West Campus or at the veterinarian school for A&M. I also like it because it's near a Chick-fil-A. So let me explain to you why I like the idea of investing near Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is a very large company. They do a lot of data and research to figure out where they're going to put their locations. They chose this location right next to Rock Hollow because they decided that's the demographic that they would best be able to sell to. Coincidentally, that's the demographic I would like to rent to. These are great people. Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, and Target are the type of renters I would love to have in my rental units. So if you see a Chick-fil-A nearby, that's usually a good sign. You're also near a Walmart, a gym, a bank, a Wings and More. So there's plenty of restaurants, there's plenty of places to shop. It's very convenient for your tenants based on the shopping center right there at the corner of Villa Maria and 2018. But I love the location, and being in Bryan, it is a little bit less expensive, so that's a really good opportunity as well. Speaking of Bryan, our final neighborhood, our fifth neighborhood, is downtown Bryan. Now, I am a big fan of downtown Bryan in general. We have seen a lot happen there just in the last 5 years that I've been here. A lot of buildings being renovated. We saw Hush and Whisper come in. That's a distillery, a whiskey distillery. We saw the LaSalle Hotel become a Marriott Hotel. We have the Queen Theater that's been renovated. We have First Fridays every month. The first Friday of the month, they shut down the whole downtown area, put on a festival. It's really a great vibe and a lot of action going on near downtown Bryan, which is why I bought a duplex on 24th Street, 2 blocks from the downtown area, and it has been an excellent rental. What I found is if you do the extra effort on these one-off duplexes, fourplexes, garage apartments near downtown, you can find these young professionals that want to get away from the campus and really want that small downtown atmosphere that Bryan has been absolutely crushing. So if you can find a duplex or a house with a garage apartment, I recommend taking the time to upgrade it maybe a little bit more than you would that student rental. Go that extra mile. I think you get outsized returns. For example, my 2-bedroom, 2-bath duplex rents out for $1,500 a month, and that is as much or more than I would get if I was close to campus. Now, keep in mind these are going to be older houses or older duplexes, so there's going to be a little bit extra in terms of maintenance. You are going to find things like older wiring, older pipes, older HVACs. All these are things that you're going to deal with, but I think it's well worth it. And the growth that we've seen in downtown is only set to continue, so I'm always a big fan, multifamily or single family, if you can invest near downtown Bryan. Okay, that's our top 5 neighborhoods, but what about my favorite street? My favorite street right now for multifamily is Gridiron. Now, Gridiron has a long history with me and my wife because when Rachel was going to school, when she was earning her Aggie ring, she lived on Gridiron and rented from the sellers. You see, the sellers own the entire street. There are a lot of duplexes over there and they're systematically selling them off. If you want more information about these duplexes, I can send you that PDF as I mentioned before, but know that they're selling for they're asking $460, and that's about what they're selling for. They're 3-bedroom, 3-bath per side, well maintained from what I can tell. They do have an HOA, but that covers all of your lawn care, which of course, if you're gonna own a duplex, you have to provide lawn care, so that's taken care of for you. The street is phenomenal because it is literally right next to an Aggie bus stop. It is bikeable to main campus. It's walkable to Kyle Field, and you can even short-term rent the units. Guys, this is an excellent location. Whether you're going to go for a short-term, a mid-term, or a long-term model, it's a newer asset in a phenomenal location that will surely appreciate for years to come. If I could, and I'm not there yet, guys, if I could, I would have bought the entire street when they first started selling these duplexes. Unfortunately, that was not an opportunity for me, so I am presenting this to you. Go look at Gridiron in College Station if you would love a tour of one of those duplexes. Find my contact information in the description below. Hit me up. I would love to schedule that tour for you. That being said, guys, there are a lot of other neighborhoods in Bryan and College Station. Our goal at Schwartz Realty Group is to find the best fit for you. So whether it's one of the 5 neighborhoods I mentioned, whether it's Gridiron, or whether it's Manual Drive, or off of Lincoln, or any of the other great opportunities, we are here to serve you and help you grow your wealth through real estate. Hit us up. Our team is ready and willing to serve you as an investor here in Bryan and College Station. If this video brought you value, do me a favor, hit the like button. That lets other people know that I'm putting out content like this. The subscribe button, of course, will let you know every single week when I drop a new video. And then my only real ask, the only thing I really want you to do is until next week when I drop my next video, is that you take it easy.